Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Tonight we're checking out the DPx HEST/F. That's a lot of letters. DPX is DPX Gear, is the brand. HEST stands for Hostile Environment Survival Tool /F. The F is for folder. So this is the version 4 of this knife, and it goes for $275. Let's open it up. So you got this nice little cardboard sleeve, rustic looking box, which goes well with the personality of this knife, bit of foam padding inside, and here's the knife. Pretty simple presentation. So materials, we got a micarta face with a titanium frame and a steel interface, steel butt mounted pocket clip, and bearings. Look how smooth it is. The closing is very drop shotty, like kids like to say nowadays. Let's do some size comparisons. We got the red 1 and the red 2. We have big lighter and the Sharpie, and we have $1.25. So a nice middle size knife that has a pretty narrow pocket print in this direction, but it's pretty thick in the handle, and that's mostly because of the pretty generous blade stock, which is actually let's call it 0.19. So if usually the average knife is 0.1, 0.11, so 0.19, this means it's a pretty thick blade, definitely. And the length is 3.25 plus 3.8 cutting edge. Now the ergos are the reason why I bought this knife to begin with. So I got this because I wanted something that I could use when I'm working outside, especially in the winter, and I'm wearing gloves. So I wanted something that I can open and close very easily. And this, A, has a flipper, which makes it easier. B, has an exposed lock bar, which is something that a lot of knife makers overlook lately, but I like having a good access to the lock bar. And C, it has this air quotes bottle opener, which what it is actually, it's a pocket catcher. When you pull this knife out of your pocket, you push it back into the seam of the pocket, and this is gonna catch onto the pocket and open the blade for you. So the blade is gonna come out open, straight out of the pocket, which, if you're wearing gloves, it's nice. It's a nice option to have. It basically works as an Emerson wave opener without being an Emerson wave opener, and it doubles as a it doubles as a bottle opener. Speaking of things that double as something else, the thumb rest actually doubles as a wire stripper, which I haven't tried, but I'm assuming it's gonna work that way. And the lanyard hole actually doubles as a 1/4 hex bit holder, which in a pinch, if you need to do something like this, you can put your bit in the lanyard hole and use it as a screwdriver, which is great because I normally do not like having a lanyard hole on my folders, but it makes sense on this one because it's functional. It also comes with a glass breaker in the back, which, if you don't like it, they also give you the flat nut that you can put on the butt of the clip so that you don't have this thing sticking out. It's up to you. But yeah, it holds great in your hand, Gorilla Grip. You can put your thumb against it. It stays there pretty well. The blade is almost a continuous belly, so that the cutting angle is always going to be the right one. Now, if we want to talk about cons, because I gave you a bunch of pros, if you want to talk about cons, my main issues are slight design faults, I think, for at least for my taste. So first of all, if these looked more like this, like what you have on a Swiss Army knife, if this looked more like this, it would be a better bottle opener and a better pocket catcher. This works. This would work better. I do understand that when you design something, you want to create something that was not there before. You want something new. So that's fine. That other option will be better, but this does its thing pretty well. I'm not a fan of having bearings on a knife like this, because a knife like this, this is an outdoors knife, and bearings get dirty. That's what it is. So the Rat doesn't have bearings; it's got washers. The Spartan also is on washers. The Sebenza is also on washers, and washers are just better for outdoors. That's what it is. So now that I see it surrounded by bigger knives, I can also say that if this knife was 1/4 of an inch, half inch bigger, it would almost be a perfect knife for me. This might be already the perfect knife for a lot of people. One more thing, and then I'm done. This knife shakes open, like so. And I'm never, I like a strong detent again. Like this guy's a strong detent. This guy's a strong detent. There's a band, like everyone knows, has a strong detent. So if these had a little bit stronger detent, it wouldn't hurt. But it's fine this way too. I know that people like very snappy, fast actions now, especially in flippers, so that's okay. I like a little bit of resistance when I'm deploying the blade, but that's okay. That's minor. That's not a fault as much as a personal taste kind of thing. All right. So in conclusion, dear RYP, Robert Young Pelton, if you ever made this knife a little bit bigger and on washers, I would probably buy 7 of them. Like, if you do 7 colorways, I would buy 1 for every day of the week. Seriously. That would be my perfect knife, which is not saying that this is not good. I'm just saying that it's almost perfect for me. It's very close to my idea of a perfect knife. Really, really, really close. So, speaking of close and closure, this concludes the review. If you guys got any information that you found useful tonight, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And you all have a good night.